looking. This is Canon. I'm Papa, and this is Wannabe and Mama, and we're joined here tonight by my best friend in the whole entire world, October Victoria Gray.
Yeah. Hey, guys.
That is a totally made up name that I don't even know why she's using it, but whatever. We're going to be talking about three topics tonight. They're going to be E3, which we just got to see Microsoft get totally owned by all these other companies, daddy issues, and you down with the road TP. So, Wannabe, you actually watched all the full video, so do you want to tell everybody what E3 is all about? Because I'm not still exactly sure about it myself.
Okay, I will try my best. I actually didn't have enough time to watch Microsoft's convention, but I did watch Nintendo's convention. It's loosely stated, but anyway, for people who don't know, E3 is a gaming convention that happens and God help me, I don't remember the city in California, but it's held there around June for a few days, and that's usually when you get to see the game companies show off their stuff, not just simply the consoles, but like Square Enix, Sega, Atari. Oh, sorry, Atari doesn't exist anymore. Activision, Ubisoft, any of those companies, whenever they have their games or the game consoles, that's where they usually show them on display. And now we're getting into, and I don't remember what generation consoles in, but the next generation is coming up. And
isn't it the 6th or the 7th?
Again, I don't know because I'm always one console behind anyway. But anyway, Nintendo already had released its console, the Wii U, so they kind of are just, again, floating on their own island. Also because they're Nintendo, they can do that. But it basically came down to Sony and Microsoft. And Microsoft had already done like a little, I guess you say, press release prior to E3, as well as the Sony. But Microsoft got a lot of heat because they were introducing their new console, the Xbox One. And one of the major controversy things about it is that it would block used games. And for people like me, and I would assume anyone else who doesn't necessarily have the biggest of budgets, that kind of limiting using used games would be a bit of a problem. It also had issues with
privacy.
You had to that too, but I was also going to mention that the console would have to be on 24-hour. You would have to log in once every 24 hours to make sure that you could play your games. If not, then, and this is, again, I can't say that this is official because Microsoft hasn't exactly said, no, this won't happen. But speculation has said that if you didn't check in your game for once every 24 hours, your console would basically be useless. But the other thing that people really did not like is that when you bought your Xbox One, it would have the secondary Kinect. And Kinect is basically this little motion capture extra gadget where, kind of like the Wii, except for way more extraneous, you have to basically use your body, flail about. Although the one cool thing about it is that you can use like not motion control, but voice activated control. So if you said Xbox on or something like that, it would actually turn on. But
it's creepy.
The creepy thing about it is that it has to always be on, and unlike with the previous Xbox 360, it's not an option. It comes with the package. So you have all three of those things. And it also, for at least the hardcore gamers, said when they first had this press release, it was like they weren't focusing on the games. They were telling you how you have all these other features like sports and TV and Halo channel, and all of those things are completely, no one gives a fuck about that. I want to talk about my games. So you have all those things in there, and like, people were not amused.
Like from my understanding, to sum it up, I saw one post that basically said that the Xbox will require blood samples every 24 hours to run, and it's made out of arsenic, and it might kill you. While the new like Sony stuff gives away free wannabe, back rubs, and blowjobs. That's what I saw.
Mama, Wannabe
yes.
just has a question.
Didn't they have like problems like with it like overheating and shutting off like randomly? Like
Oh, those are like the older the
like the
360
very
and the
first.
PS and the PS4. The PS3, that one had overheating issues with the very first batches. So they would have, I think it was the yellow light of death because I don't think it has a ring on it. But the 360s, they had the red ring of death,
Mm-hmm.
and those happened to a lot of the earlier consoles. I'm not sure if it was for overheating, but it wouldn't surprise me that that would be the case.
Yeah, because I heard a lot of people are pissed off about that. Okay, continue.
Yeah. Oh, and
But,
what
yeah,
was
but
the
E.
other thing?
I
Oh yeah,
thought-
yeah. And
Oh,
then another summarization of all the things was that Xbox is basically catered to the bros. So that's where all of the sports and Halo Channel and all that crap comes from. So Xbox is catered only to the bros and not everyone else.
Yeah, they're being very selective. I mean, I guess it makes sense as a business move because the pros, as we are going to call them, buy more games and buy more memberships and buy more things in general than the general public. So they actually make more money from those pros than they do from like the general public. But it's also
Oh no,
still
wait. You misunderstood me. I didn't say pros with a P. I said
Bros.
bros with a P. I mean,
oh
with a B. B. Like the bros.
Brosip.
Like the really like douchey guys who watch sports. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with watching sports, but it's definitely catered to that set.
So like all the people that like to play like Madden 2000 and all that the NBA games and stuff.
Yeah, those bros.
Yeah. Oh, I also should have mentioned this, but I actually haven't gotten to the actual E3 coverage. There's one thing that they did reveal. They basically, Microsoft did not back down. They kind of doubled down on what they were going to do with the console. But the one thing that is really annoying is that even if you do not play online games, you have to buy Xbox Live. And I think you still have to do that with the 360 too. But I'm only focusing on the Xbox One. So you have to pay, I believe, a $70 a year for the access to Netflix, Skype, and all these other things that you can do for free on other platforms.
wait. You have to pay.
Yeah. Pay for Skype?
You got to pay for these things in addition to the memberships you have to pay to the companies themselves.
As far as I've heard, that is what you have to do. Yeah, it does sound
That
like
is some
shit.
bullshit.
Shit.
Now, at first, I thought it was like you paid the Xbox membership, and you just happen to get your Amazon, your Hulu, and Netflix, and you just pay for all of that as well as the membership to do your online playing. But from what I've heard, you do basically pay to get access to those things. Oh, and Twitter. I forgot Twitter, the Twitter app. You pay for those on top of paying for your membership.
You gotta
So
pay your
you double dip.
You gotta pay that.
Yes, you have to pay your internet.
Oh
bill
hell no,
every
that's
day.
some bullshit. No.
Exactly.
But
Oh my gosh.
now here's the thing. Then you have, so basically Microsoft didn't do anything to kind of even try to alleviate anything or try to calm people down about it or even sugarcoat it. They just kind of just went along with it as far as what I've heard. Now the PS4, it's like Sony seemed to understand that when someone does something ridiculously stupid, you take their stupidity and then smear it in their face like a middle finger. Just smear it in there.
Oh my gosh.
They ain't doing. It's like they are fine with used games. They ain't got any of this DR. Oh, I should also mention that the Xbox, they're more harsher on the DRM. That's called digital rights management, which it makes it a pain for you to do just basic things. As far as I can remember, they have the DRM for the, like, even for Xbox and PS3, where some companies, they require you to have an online pass for you to play online games, where you have to enter in a serial number to actually play the game online. But with the Xbox,
stupid.
but with the Xbox One, you have, remember the thing where I said where you have to check in and all that?
Yeah.
You have that, and then you have the publisher who, if they want to, you have an online code on top of that. So you got two levels of bullshit to go through, With the PS4, again, you may have to deal with adding that online code on there, but again, you don't have to worry about like Sony. Like if the game is made from Sony, then you don't have to worry about that. They aren't about that life.
Wait, didn't they also do the thing where you can buy a game from like another country and you can still play it on your PS?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
The PS4 is region free. So let's say that Kingdom Hearts 3 Double Deluxe Remix Zix Kawaii Desu Ska Remix Edition comes out in Japan, and they want to hold on it. Well, if Papa got a PS4, she would be able to buy that game and then play it on her the PS4, and there wouldn't be any issue. What is the other thing I'm trying to remember? Oh yeah, they which means what?
Okay. No, you can continue on because I want to talk about Kingdom Hearts 3.
Of course, of course. But the other thing is that they also require a membership. But the thing is that if you don't play online multiplayer, you don't need to have the membership. And even if you did get the membership, it's ridiculous. They give you so much stuff. You have access to discounts on digital download games. You're able to get like 2 free download games a month. That it makes it worth your while. And also, unlike Microsoft, you can get your Netflix, Twitter. I think they do have Amazon Video. Any of those apps, you get them on the PS4, and you're not paying to get access to them. They're just there. So, in short, Sony managed to basically say, "Suck it, Microsoft, you're dumbass. Go kick rocks."
Basically. Oh, Papa, remember we were talking about like how Sony basically set up Microsoft?
Oh gosh,
and,
yes. Okay. So what Sony did was they got this. What is this word?
Oh my gosh, they got the licensing for basically, monitoring the game. So basically putting the locks on the games to make sure people aren't using them. So the idea for that, they had the licensing for that. Continue. I was saying that basically what Sony had was the licensing and how to basically take all of your games and put the licensing on there so people can't distribute them.
Right. And then what Microsoft did was what Sony did was they bought this thing from Microsoft. What Microsoft did was they bought it from Sony, and so now they're using it, and Sony isn't. So now they look really dumb.
Mm-hmm. And they set them up so harsh. Oh my gosh! Because I mean, here's the thing that's ingenious about this whole situation. When you have licensing, you use the licensing and all those ID cards and codes and all that. You use that for things like, I don't know, Microsoft Works or things you do business with. So that makes sense. That's in the realm of Microsoft's rationale. But it's different because those are for business. You don't put licensing on things that are for entertainment. If you try to take the entertainment away from people, they'll just go somewhere else and get their entertainment from somewhere else. So here's the ingenious thing. Sony has this thing where they can license all the games. Sony then gives this thing where they can license all the games to Microsoft. So Microsoft takes it, and they're thinking, oh, Sony's gonna be licensing all their games too. So it's cool if we license our games because everyone is licensing their games. But then Sony doesn't license their games. Oh, the setup.
I haven't checked into that, so I don't even know. But I'll go along with it because that's some cartoonish villainous shit.
It really is.
I don't even care if it's true or not at this point. I just want it to be. It's just hilarious and funny to me. Yes, it's just.
Go on.
Okay. you also got to talk about Nintendo and how they just were like, la 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 la, we do everything.
I don't know if that's even that. It's more or less that Nintendo is the only video game company that purely is for video games. Microsoft and Sony, that's their side job. That's their temp job. Nintendo hustles on video games. And the thing is, they didn't even have an actual, like, booth there. They did a virtual conference with Nintendo Direct. So all they did was, I'm trying to remember the dude's name. I'm not even going to bother because I'm going to butcher the man's name. But it wasn't Shigeru Miyamoto. It was the other face of Nintendo. Where I don't know if it was like something with the graphics or they were trying something, but it just looked like his head was floating on top of a fake body, like a video game rendered body, while he was telling everyone about the good news, about the goods, the video game goods. It was just creepy, but basically there's a new Mario game. I think there was a new. They're doing Wind Waker and making it in HD. There are a few third-party games. There's a Sonic game. Not Brawl. I'm sorry. Super Smash Brothers is going to be on the 3DS and the Wii U. There really wasn't much there except for we're Nintendo. We have games and we have IPs. What? You think we're going to be here? It's like we're not in. It's like you do know that we're in a different league, not in like a flashy sort of snobby way, but it's true that Nintendo is literally in a league of its own. It doesn't have to necessarily compete in the same market of Microsoft and Sony because they are more of video games and media centers. Nintendo isn't all that crazy about adding those extra things, especially when. Unlike, I guess, a few years ago when Blu-ray players, they were ridiculously expensive, now you can get a new one for under $40 if you wanted to. Blu-rays are now, you can get a nice selection of them cheaper. So why would you want to go about getting those things in a console when you probably already own one now?
Yeah, okay. So Nintendo is just a staple of video game paraphernalia.
Right. Nintendo will always be Nintendo is like in a league of their own. They're like king. Okay, the only thing that I'm really excited about two things I'm excited about that came out of the E3 is Kingdom Hearts 3 finally got announced to be in development, like confirmed to be in development, and we got to see some game footage, and Sora is riding on Heartless, and it's so freaking amazing.
Breathe, Sam.
Those feels, man, them feels.
Okay. Do you even realize how long I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3? I've been waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 since like 2009 when I played 2.
I feel sorry.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes down.
For you, Papa. I feel sorry for you because the thing is, and I didn't know this because I don't pay that much attention to Square Enix games, but it turns out that it's usually a trend where if Square Enix ends up showing a trailer, it's going to be like 5 years and then some before you actually will see the product because they like making trailers more than they do games.
No, be quiet, hush, because they made 3D. They made that in like. No, see what happened was with the whole entire Kingdom Hearts 3 thing is that we had to wait for Final Fantasy 15 or Final Fantasy Versus or whatever to come out, and now that that's been announced that it's coming out, they can start focusing on Kingdom Hearts 3.
Right.
I just want to see like some Pixar movies in this Kingdom Hearts thing. Like I want to see freaking WALL-E and freaking Wreck-It Ralph. Oh my gosh, that would be freaking awesome. I don't even play games. I'm not a gamer, but if they could put Wreck-It Ralph and freaking Kingdom Hearts, that would be freaking awesome. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. That would be so freaking great.
I want Square Enix. I want Square Enix or Disney to troll the fandom and put Mater from Cars as one of your companions. I want that to be a thing. I want that to be a thing. I want to see a Cars Keyblade, and then the fandom is just completely. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. This is horrible.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Oh, you've never seen Cars?
No.
Okay.
No, I have. I think I have. Okay. And then the other thing I'm excited about is Pokemon X and Y. Got a release date, October 12th. Be on the lookout. It's going to come. Do you realize how awesome this is? We got all these great new features. We got Pokemon and me, and apparently, according to my brother, we don't got a rival team, like a evil bad team in the game.
Oh my
so
god!
We'll see what's up with that.
Oh my god! You know what? It's like, what if you could be the evil team? Or you could be a brave. It's like, bitches do not know. I have not played Pokemon since Diamond and Pearl and Platinum.
The last Pokemon I played was Pokemon Emerald.
But the thing is, it's like one of the only things I ever ask is, I want to be able to do something other than be the trainer. That's it. I don't care what it is. I just want it to be that. But they're breaking off the standard pattern. That's nice. That's nice of them. That's nice of Game Freak.
They're using letters.
Yeah. Also, thank you, Papa, for the comic where they had the Pokemon and me, and the girl is trying to take care of their I'm trying to remember which one. It's a Machop, basically.
Probably.
Yeah, and then it's like she's trying to basically clean the dude's thighs, and then she keeps just staring at his crotch, and she's just kind of like awkwardly freaked out because it's like,
why?
To be fair, that bullshit that shouldn't even exist. That shouldn't even exist.
Why should it exist?
Pokemon don't need that. They can mate asexually.
Oh my gosh. We should take a break or something.
Yeah, it's okay. Mama's choking and dying on her own spit right now. So we're going to take a break. We'll be back.